Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing the Firebase Z Easter egg, the main quest in Die Machine. So we're going to get right into it off the rip. So basically, going into the map, when you guys go through the teleport, you got to turn on all the ether reactors. This is the last one, so I'm going to be showing you guys the clips and just the highlights of everything, how to do each step and stuff like that. So we turn on the last reactor here, and you basically just survive it out. This is going to be step by step. So, as you guys go through the video, I'm going to be commentating it. So, this is going to be everything you need to know in this video right here. So basically, after you turn on all the reactors, you're going to have to talk to Dr. Peck. And Dr. Peck is located by the Scorched Defense. All right, you go talk to Dr. Peck. He'll put you into a cutscene, and then once he is done talking, once you get through the scene, it will make you progress to the next step of the Easter egg, which is going to be back to the village in spawn to talk to Reznov. Now, what Reznov will, he'll say a bunch of stuff, and what he will do is give you his ID badge. Now, this ID badge will allow you to access lockers throughout the map. There are 3 lockers. There's going to be 3 different serums that you have to get to make the truth serum, which he talks about in this cutscene. And as you guys see, he'll drop the badge into the little drop box, and it will come out the other side. So basically, you pick up the ID badge. It is an artifact. You'll get an achievement. The first locker is located in spawn inside of the hazmat room, right to your right. That's the door you have to open. That'll be your first serum. The second serum will be in the engineer room. It is located under the planning offices. It is to your left when you go into the portal. And the last one is in the Spetsnaz, I guess. Commander's room, I guess. This would be Colonel's office. So that's the last one. You just access that locker, go there. And the next step, you have to bring it to the medical area in the middle of the map. Basically, you go right down the middle, and there's a medical tent. You run that reactor thing, and it is going to spawn in a couple of hostile dogs, I believe. I'm not sure if there's anything else that spawns here, but I know there's a bunch of dogs that spawn in. You just have to kill them. Obviously, hellhounds, super, super cool on this map. I love that they brought them back. You basically run this machine once. You put all the serums in it, and there you go. You get the serum, and now you're going to have to go gas out. You're going to have to use this, put it in the vent above Dr. Peck's office, and basically truth serum him through the vent. Now, as you do this, you'll run down, you'll see the serum, the purple gas coming in from the vents, and basically what this will do is make him tell the truth on how to activate the reactors to get Samantha Maxis. And, as the set progresses, you're going to get 3 names: Solikov, Zabin, and Brahms. And those are the 3 names you need to look out for in this next step. Those are the 3 names you need to progress the Easter egg. So basically what he's going to tell you to do is go to the data center, pick up the memory things, and what you're going to have to do is what you'll see is you're going to have to go to 3 different rooms on the map. Obviously, here you see me going into the data center and getting the memory cards basically out of this machine, and you're gonna have to do 3 of them. You don't need all 4, you only need 3. You will need to do it with mimics only, which is the tentacle monsters. We call them little suckies, but basically you throw it down, you get them to one shot, and or not one shot, you get them very low on the health, and then you just capture them like a Pokemon. So basically you take that back to the data center, you put it back into the machine, and it will generate a memory. Now, this memory is not always the right person, so that's why you have to know the names. Solikov, Zabin, and Brahms, and you have to get them in 3 different rooms from around the map. You can only do this with mimics, as far as I know. I believe Noah J also did it with mimics only. A lot of my information that I get is based off him, as you guys can see. I don't believe we got the right person, so that was room number 1. You need to go into the planning offices for number 1. Then you need to go back to the Colonel quarters and obviously get a mimic. This takes a little while. This is probably the longest step in the Easter egg, I should add. Definitely, it took us a couple of rounds to do to get the right people. So it's definitely one of the hardest step in the Easter egg, I think, personally. but this is the second room that you'll need to get it in. I do not think you need to do it in order, but we did it in order from planning offices to colonel's quarters to the doctor's room in Spawn. So you'll see the doctor's room shortly. Here is the doctor's room. And basically this is the last one. As you guys will see, my first attempt to catch this Pokemon did not work. He broke out, broke free, you know what I'm saying. Throwback to Pokemon, shout out. But basically, we get him on the second try here. We shoot him a little bit, get him back into the memory thing, and we capture him. So those are all 3 rooms. Like I said, you will not always get it on the first try. I believe it took us 7 mimics to get the first 2, and then this one was, first try, we got it. You'll then bring it back to the data center, put it in. It will give you a floppy disk. I forgot to put that in here, my bad. But you'll go back to the machine, you'll put it in, you will get a floppy disk. That floppy disk will then need to be taken to the planning offices in the machine that we just showed. And once you put the floppy disk in, you will now unlock the unstable ether portal, which is between these doors. It does take a second or 2 to open, but you'll see the ether portal then forms. It is unstable, as you can see in the closed captioning. But, or in the subtitles, I should say, not closed captioning. But you'll wait for this, they'll go through their whole sequence, and now your next step will be to stabilize this reactor, obviously. So you will go talk to Dr. Peck again. He will tell you some stuff, and basically he will say, F you, get out of my face. I don't like you guys. He does not like us a lot because we screwed with his plans. But then you'll see Reznov comes in. You will see his, there he is, Mr. Reznov, Captain. He will tell us the code to the locker that is next to Peck's room. And you don't have to do anything for this. He tells you it will open, not by itself. You'll have to interact with it. But it will drop you the, I don't even know what that's called, the ether scope or something like that. But you have to take that and find dig spots. Now you also have to find the shovel, which you will use to dig with. The shovel is located in the scorched fence outside of Peck's office in the left bunker. And now for the dig sites, you would go to this dig site and spawn a Ethereum crystal basically. And now you have to pick the right one. If you pick the wrong one, this is the right one, there should be no black clouds surrounding the little energy ball around it. No black clouds, nothing. It should be white and blue. That's it, no black. That's the best way that we found to do it. But if you pick wrong, it will spawn a bunch of mimics and you have to come back the next round. The second dig site will be back here by the medical tent. You dig this up, and you're going to need an RA for this, the wonder weapon basically. And I didn't know how to do it at first. My friend was trying to explain it to me. But basically you have to slow down the teleportation of the ether crystal, and once it goes back, you can shoot in any spot you want. I didn't know where it went here. But you have to shoot it with your up ability, which spawns in a little galaxy-like thing that slows it down. And you'll see it takes me a couple tries because we didn't know exactly what we were doing here. This is the first time we got to this step. We basically did this Easter egg off little to no information. We used Noah J's guide as help, so shout out to him for doing it and being probably one of the first ones to complete it. As you see, I shoot it here, and this is the time it works. Basically, you have to slow it down and walk up to it and capture it. I didn't know you had to capture it or not, if you had to capture it or not, or if it just broke. So basically, you just walk right up to it as I do here and capture the ether crystal. But like I said, shout out to Noah J for all the help throughout this Easter egg. His videos definitely helped. The last one, you will go to the jungle defense and activate a dig site in the middle lane. And you'll have to survive in that little shroud for 2 minutes exactly. 2 whole minutes just killing stuff. Best to do it at the end of a round as well. You will then take all these crystals to the ether reactors and just basically deposit them. It doesn't matter which one goes to where. Basically, just as long as you have all 3, just go to every single one. And then after you do that, you go back up to the portal, and basically this is what happens. The portal will destroy because we, overloaded the reactor, and, that's obviously not smart. So basically the portal will destroy, and that will, once it destroys, it will lead you to your next step. So the next step will be in the planning offices. You're going to need to go to the computer and redirect the satellite. You'll have to use your D-pad to do so, and I would assume if you're on keyboard or mouse, you have to use your arrow keys. But you have to find the little question mark. It's in the stars, and you have to align the satellite, and as you hear, the satellite realigns. and it will shoot a red beam in the air, and then it will take you to the boss fight after about a minute and a half or so. So this is the beginning of the cutscene. I won't show the whole cutscene because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but enjoy the rest. I will show the boss fight at the end. No spoilers, but if you're watching this far, if you do want to watch the boss fight, it will be in 3 seconds or so. So here you go. Enjoy.
What the fuck?
Jordan!
Don't stand close. Don't stand close. It'll fucking shut your
I don't plan on
Do
getting
not
close
stand
to that
close, or
thing.
you fucking it'll crush you with a hammer.
Copy Ring of Fire if you can.
Bring a fire. Tree, pop your chopper for the pop your chopper for the hunter.
I don't have a chopper. I bought a fucking combat mode.
Fuck. Tree, I'm gonna buy a chopper.
God, it kills its fucking own zombies there, so I'm just throwing monkeys on.
I'm stuck. Pop my chopper. Pop that.
Kill this sucking! Two seconds! Oh my god, dude.
I'm beaming in my chopper.
I'm going down. Yo, I don't even know what
I don't know, I'm literally just killing everything right now, though. Okay, so...
I can buy enough chopper.
Show me your mouth, dog.
Yeah, she just like... She can mimic,
Like, yo, this is definitely Ogre, whatever the guy's name is, his cousin.
No, it's the same dude. You have to like shoot it in the mouth or something.
Yeah, I'm...
Pop the chopper. Oh. Pick it up.
He's stupid weak. He's dumb weak.
Why am I sponsoring here?
Get him. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
I just bought a